Hi, I'm Captain Monte with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report.
The wind has really been blowing, and the tide has been ripping out early in the mornings. But when that tide goes slack just a little bit, you still want some current running through here at the old McDermott dock up against these pilings. There have been a pretty good little school of redfish hanging through here. Some mornings I'm using 1 ounce weight, and some mornings it's a 3 to 4 ounce weight. Putting mullet, skipjack, menhaden, any of your cut baits have been working. Even live shrimp. I mean, live shrimp with a half ounce or a 1 ounce weight has been working real well. You don't have to get it real shallow up on them rocks. Them fish have been a little further out into the deeper water, like 15 to 18 foot of water. Out here in front of Fina docks, there's still good bull reds hanging out here with slot fish. Slot reds have been hanging through here, and the bull reds. Even when the winds have been blowing, about 10 o'clock in the morning, we've been running out here to the jetties. South Jetty and the North Jetty have been holding slot fish. Slot reds, bull reds. We've been catching big sand trout out here. There's been some Spanish mackerel out here. There have been still some mangrove snappers hanging out. There have been a variety of fish out here on the North Jetties and the South Jetties. I've been sitting in about 32 to 36 foot of water and dropping just depending on what that current is doing, 1.5 ounces to all the way up to a 4 ounce weight with the number 5 Kell hook, using cut baits. Been working real well. Live shrimp has been working. Today, I just dropped shrimp bites down, the pink shrimp bites, and we caught all our reds on nothing but shrimp bites. We also caught some big sand trout. Some of them sand trout were 18 to 20 inches. So those of you that like to catch sand trout, they're good to eat when they're fresh. And we've been catching a lot of good fish out here by the jetties. Like I said, the current has really been ripping out first thing in the mornings. Those of you that don't want to hit the big water, out here all along these islands, back behind the shrimp boat channel, all this chain right through here, been holding redfish on cut baits. Live piggies have been working. Live mullet has been working. A lot of them fish are laying up in the grass, and if you don't find them up on the grass, then start working the potholes. But all of this area behind these islands on these spoil banks have been holding fish on both sides. On the north side, over here on this side, been holding pretty good redfish. A few black drum if you're using shrimp. You're going to catch a lot smaller fish on shrimp, but you're going to get more bites. Over here by the Klondikes, all this area through here have been holding up redfish mixed in with black drum. So just depending what you're looking for, if you're using piggies, you're going to be catching trout and redfish. If you're using shrimp and cup mullet, it's going to be redfish, and the shrimp's going to catch your black drum. So all this area in here, even dead shrimp's been working real well. So the Klondikes have been working, holding steady fish. This old terminal coming right through here has also been holding redfish on both sides. Just remember, there's some rocks right in the middle, so be careful with those lower units. Either get on one side or the other, but there have been fish hanging through the old terminal. There's some little islands working right through here, and them fish have been working pretty good on these little islands. Like I said, pick your favorite baits. Even artificial's been working. The water temperatures are getting cooler, so this is a great time to get on the water and really catch some good fish. Over here in Redfish Bay, same deal. Behind these spoil bank islands, all this area through here, and there's been a lot of mullet coming into the bays. So all this area has been holding bait, been holding redfish. Work it slowly. If you don't get a bite within, 30 minutes or so, move down to the next island. All these islands all the way down to Dagger have been holding fish on the inside. Those of you that like to catch trout, get out there in the middle. Piggies have been catching trout. Popping cork and shrimp has been catching trout. All this area right from Ransom all the way over to Dagger have been holding pretty decent fish. Out here in the middle, you'll get this area through here. You can make drifts with popping corks, or you can use live piggies. Been working real well. So all this area through here, the water has been up pretty high in the mornings, and then it starts dropping out pretty hard. Stedman's also holding fish up on top of the reef. So all this area through here, use your favorite cut baits or your favorite live baits. Thing of it is put your time in, and I'm sure you'll find your fish. Over here at Brown and Root Flats, all this area through here have been holding fish also. A lot of you with the skinny water boats, you can kind of run through here. You'll see them redfish pick up and start schooling, and then you kind of come back around and power pole down on them. But all this area through here and Brown Root Flats has still been holding pretty decent fish too. Water's been up, so a lot of you can get in here pretty easy. If you got a deeper water boat, stay out of this area. But those of you in the skinny water boats, Brown Root Flats still holding pretty decent fish. Out here in Corpus Bay on these platforms out here, these gas wells, there's still been speckled trout hanging out here on these gas wells. There have been redfish. There have been black drum out here. Some of the bigger black drums, not oversized, but just good slot fish. Each one of these platforms got a potential to catch you a mess of fish. I kind of go around it with live shrimp. Free lining with the number 3 kill hook has been working the best. And just kind of work these platforms slowly. And some of these platforms got rock piles that extend off the platform. So you can kind of come on one side or the other, depending which way that wind is blowing, and work the rock piles. Good trout, a lot of speckled trout. All still hanging out on here on these gas wells. Those of you that like to fish the Bayfront, the Bayfront's still holding decent fish. Redfish, black drum, mangrove snappers, speckled trout, live shrimp is the ticket. And I just work each one of these little points in between these rocks. And it seems like it holds pretty good fish right during this time of the season. Water temperatures are coming down. It's a good time to be working these areas out here in the Bayfront. Also over here at the causeway, still speckled trout and black drum through here. Those of you in kayaks or boats, this area all through on the causeway, still holding pretty decent fish. Y'all have a safe week, and we'll be seeing y'all next week.
Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Monte.